Many of you brothers have probably heard this shubha that comes up, this doubt, where now we've shown some examples in the Quran. These people, these true believers, they were burned to death for believing in Allah Azza wa Jal. The women and the children had their tents set on fire during Muharram. We know this. But some come along and they say that if you speak against the enemies of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, or you openly disassociate with them, you are causing the killing of Shias, and we are killed because of this reason. But why don't they ponder on history and the Quran, where many people, due to their loyalty to Allah Azza wa Jal, were burned and were killed and were tortured? This loyalty comes with a price. And the people do not pay attention to the saying of Imam Hussain alayhi salam as to why the Shia are killed. And I've mentioned this riwayat before in previous years, and I think it's important for me to mention it again tonight. Where Imam Hussain alayhi salam gave us the clear reason as to why the Shia are killed and why they are tortured. There's no point of us trying to use people as a scapegoat and say that, okay, because of you speaking against the enemies of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, we're killed. As if we didn't speak, they wouldn't do anything to us. The narration says the following: قال الحسين عليه السلام والله البلاء والفقر والقتل أسرع إلى من أحبنا من رقد البراغين. He says that by Allah, afflictions, so the afflictions, the bala, the qatl, the killing, and the poverty and being killed comes more quick to those than the galloping type of racing horses. So the Imam is making clear in this hadith that man ahabbana, the one who has love for us, the bala, the afflictions, he has many problems, the killing and the poverty come to him. For example, you find some Shia in the so-called Saudi Arabia. They can't get jobs. If they find out they are Shia, they don't give them a job. So they need to hide that they are Shia. And some of them suffer in poverty due to this. Or in other countries, the Shia, due to them being Shia and people finding out, they can't get jobs. So a type of poverty comes to you because you love Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. Another thing is the afflictions. How many of the Shia have had problems where, they've been oppressed, or they've even stopped being held majalis. They cannot hold the majalis, for example, in Malaysia, because what? They are the lovers of Amirul Mu'mineen and the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. And of course the killing. So again, Imam Hussain alayhi salam says what? By Allah, afflictions, poverty and being killed comes more swiftly to those who love us than racing horses. The Imam makes it very clear in this narration that because you love Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, because you have that love in your heart and you are a Shia, the killing comes to you, or if not killing, the poverty, or if not poverty, the afflictions, or maybe all of them come together at one point and you end up being martyred because you love them. So can anyone now come and be a scapegoat and use someone as a scapegoat and say, because you speak against the enemies, people kill you? When you stop having the love, if we take the opposite of this hadith, let's say you do not have the love of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, then they'll leave you alone and they'll stop killing you. So this is why Imam Hussain alayhi salam, he gave his companions a choice on the night before, on Ashura Taswa, the night before the day of Ashura, because he knew what was going to happen to them. Salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Allahumma salli. Imam Hussain alayhi salam, he gave them the choice of leaving or staying with him, because he knew that having the hub and having the love of him will cause them to endure a massacre. And for some of them, as he consoles Lady Zainab and he tries to calm her by saying that stay patient in this time of what's going to happen, he knew all of these bala which would befall them.